Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to tell you about how to get your desired data out of a data frame through subsetting. Subset is a function in base package of R. The command is subset x, subset, select. This x means the name of the data structure, the name of your data frame, the name of vector, the name of list, the name of matrix, etc. The subset is a conditional expression in the form of column name if it is a matrix or a data frame, a vector name or a list name, and then you will have to use a logical operator, for example is equal to, greater than, smaller than, etc. And then after that you will have to give the value. For example, you can give the column name, that is, for example, gender is the column name, and you want only those rows or those cases that have male in the gender column. Or suppose you want people whose ages are greater than 30 years. The third option, select. Here in this select options, you give the names of the columns in the form of a vector. For example, this is a vector. C is used for vector creation. So you want to keep only the gender column, age column and salary column. So you only want to keep these columns. So subset is used for keeping rows and select is for keeping columns. So this will select those rows which will fulfill this condition or this condition, and this will select the columns that you have named in this vector. For example, you have a data frame. The name of this data frame suppose is D, and this data frame contains a name column, column of ages of these people, column of gender, column of salary and a column of city. Now for example, you want to subset this data frame and you want to select only those rows whose salary is greater than 10,000. So if you look at this data frame, then you will see that people whose salary is greater than 10,000 is only one, and that is Roshan, whose salary is 20,000, which is greater than 10,000, and all other salaries are less than 10,000. And then you are telling the R to select only 3 columns out of these 5 columns, and you don't want to keep all the 5 columns. So you want to keep only city, salary and name column. And remember, your new data frame will appear in this form. First you will have city column, and then you will have salary column, and at the last you will have the name column. So the output would be like this. City will come first because you have put it here at the first position, and then salary and then name column. So it will get only 3 columns of this, the name column, the salary column and the city column in this order, and then this condition will be applied and it will get only those rows where the salary column is greater than 10,000. So it will only get this single row. Now let's open your R and do some practical examples. Here in R, I have already created a data frame with the name DF. So this is a data frame whose name is DF, and it contains 4 columns. The first column is the treatment, and treatment has placebo and treated options. The second column is improvement, where I have given none, some and marked, and it has 3 categories. The gender column has 2 categories, male and female, and the last column is of the age of these people. For example, you want to get only those cases, only those rows where the gender is female. So subset x is equal to df, because the name of your data frame is df. Subset option, you want the gender to be equal to female, and here I'm not specifying the columns to keep. The select option, I'm leaving the select option here, and if you leave the select option, then it will get all the columns out of this data frame. So it has got all the 4 columns because the select option was kept as default. That's why it got all the columns out of the DF data frame. But the condition, gender is equal to female, so it has only got those rows where the gender was equal to female. So now again DF, this is for example our DF data frame, and now I want to get those rows where the age is greater than 10. So subset x is equal to DF, subset is equal to, and you want age to be greater than 10. Leave the select option as default. So it got only 2 people because only 2 people have ages greater than 10. Now let's include the select option as well. So comma, select. For example, you want to keep only the treatment column and age column. So it will get this type of data out of the whole data frame. Only 2 columns, treatment and age, with only 2 rows. Now, as you have not stored this small data frame into a container, that's why it has lost now. If you want to store this new data frame with a new name, then you should give a name to it. Suppose I want to give this a name called df2 is equal to. So now this small data frame will be saved with the new name df2. Enter. Now see df2. So now you have saved this in a new data frame. So that was all for today. Thank you very much. Bye.